Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be talking about backtesting. Before we get started, if you're new to our channel, make sure you tap that subscribe button and join the Panda team. We have all of our social media links down below, so make sure you check them out and follow us. We'll really appreciate your support. Backtesting is an analytical tool examining a predictive model or a strategy with historical data. It's often utilized by investors, financial analysts, traders. What it does is essentially it tests a performance of a devised model prior to its implementation. So how does it work? So basically it's a simulation and computer software, and the analysis examines how the model could have performed in the past when compared against the actual historical data. So it will require reconstructing historical data with sufficient details in order for the analysis to be accurate. Backtesting is based on an underlying assumption that if a model performed well in the past, it will perform well in the future, and if a model performed poorly in the past, it will most definitely perform poorly in the future. So backtesting is important because it evaluates effectiveness and potential profitability prior to the implementation of the strategy. Thus, the traders and investors can actually optimize this strategy before actually executing them. However, backtesting has a couple of limitations. One is that backtesting really requires historical data with sufficient details and information in order to actually create a very accurate analysis. And second problem is overfitting, which means that a strategy could have worked well in the past, however, it won't perform well in the future. Backtesting is actually a really powerful tool, however, you have to be conscious and careful in order to avoid some potential pitfalls. So backtesting is really a mix of art and science. In Panda Analytics, we have a backtesting tool which allows you to actually examine if the index that you created is worth investing in. So you can select the time period and you can select the baseline that you want to compare your index against. The tool really provides you with different time periods. You have short term, you have long term, you have an ability to customize your own time range. So we have 1 month, we have 3 months, we have 1 year, 2 years, we have the time period when the BTC peaked, and we have the customization option where you can actually put down the time range that you want to examine. You can also actually play around. You can choose 1 month, for example, and examine, and then you can go ahead and change it to 2 years and re-examine the model. It's actually really interesting to see how the model performs in different market conditions. Would it be bullish or would it be bearish? It's really interesting. And actually, an index is tend to perform pretty differently from Bitcoin. So our system here supports up until June 1st, 2013. So we enable backtesting up until then. After selecting the time period, you can create the baseline that you'll compare your index against. You can do so by selecting an allocation of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So you can have a baseline completely made up of Bitcoin, and you can have a baseline completely made up of Ethereum, or you can just mix them up. So this really depends on your investing views and strategies, as well as the index that you created. Also, what is really cool about Panda Analytics Builder is that it allows you to backtest your data as many times as you want. You can customize your baseline and the time period differently every single time and see more comprehensive analytical results utilizing the high quality data. So that's for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. In the next episode, we'll be talking about the analytical portal of Panda Analytics Builder. Make sure you tune in. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and comment down below. Also, don't forget to share it with your friends and colleagues, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.